When was the last time that three developed countries like the US, the UK, and France held another country and a private deal for helping them generate thousands of jobs in their own backyard? The new Air India deal, where Air India is buying 470 jets worth $115 billion from two companies, Boeing in the US and Airbus in France, has made this possible. It has also brought India to the center stage of the world economy, with world premiers like Joe Biden, Emmanuel Macron, and Rishi Sunak praising this deal for the job opportunities it will create not just in the US but also in France and the UK. Government officials in India point to the statements by the three premiers, by Rishi Sunak, by Joe Biden, and Emmanuel Macron to highlight how India is becoming important at the world stage and how India might well be the driver of the world economy in the days to come. Sample this what Joe Biden said in his statement on the Air India Boeing deal. Joe Biden said that this purchase will support over 1 million American jobs across 44 states, and many will not require a 4-year college degree. What did Emmanuel Macron say, the French president? He said he thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for your confidence in France and our industry. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has said the deal will support jobs across the UK, grow the economy, and level up the UK. Incidentally, this comes at a time when Pakistan, our immediate neighbor, is cash strapped and in fact going to the IMF with virtually a begging bowl for aid. IMF has temporarily stopped that aid because Pakistan has not fulfilled certain conditions. And if IMF gives that bailout to Pakistan, a much higher tax regime awaits for Pakistanis given the conditions of the IMF bailout. At such a time when Sri Lanka has struggled last year through a financial crisis, Pakistan is struggling presently, India emerges as the bright star in South Asia as a country which is not just seen as even projected by the IMF as one of the biggest growing economies in the world, the fastest growing economies in the world, but also going ahead, as we saw in the budget of Nirmala Sitharaman, where she said that the country is projected to grow by at least 7% in the next fiscal. So how does the deal exactly help US, UK and France? Sample this. Air India has signed this deal with rivals Boeing of the US and Airbus of France to procure nearly 470 jets, splitting this order with 250 jets from Airbus and 220 from Boeing. Air India has also said that the first aircraft to arrive will be 25 brand new Boeings and 6 Airbuses in the second half of 2023, with deliveries ramping up in 2025 and beyond. Mr. Joe Biden in his statement said that this shows that the United States can and will lead the world in manufacturing. He termed the deal as historic. The French president has said that this achievement shows that Airbus and all its French partners are fully dedicated to develop new areas of dedication with India. The French aerospace engine manufacturer Safran, in fact, will be setting up its targeted MRO facility in India soon to service jet engines. The Air India deal is also worth billions of pounds to the UK government. This is because the Rolls-Royce engines are manufactured in the UK, and UK will be assembling not just the Rolls-Royce engines for these planes, which will be sent to India. The agreement announced by Airbus and Rolls-Royce will support and create new skilled high jobs in Wales and Derbyshire, helping to boost exports, grow the economy, and level up the UK. This is what the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has said in his statement on this deal. In fact, a significant portion of the manufacturing processes for the new aircraft is expected to take place in the UK. This includes the wings being designed in Filton, assembled in Brighton, and which is expected to bring an additional 450 manufacturing jobs and more than 100 million pounds of investment to Wales. The large A350 aircraft are exclusively powered by the Rolls-Royce XMB engines, which are assembled and tested in Derby in the UK. The UK government has said this in a statement released yesterday. The UK interestingly has also said that India is a major economic power, projected to be the world's third largest economy with a quarter of a billion middle class consumers by 2050. The deal has been described by the UK as a win for UK's world leading aerospace sector, one which will help to secure thousands of highly skilled jobs across the country and in fact drive economic growth. To sum it up all, the US, the UK and France hailing this deal with Air India. Air India of course is a private company now taken over by the Tatas, after the government divested it. But the weight which has been thrown by the Narendra Modi government behind securing this deal, not just with the US but also with France, shows the long diplomatic relations India has had with both these countries, the US, the UK, as well as France, and this bodes well for the future because it not only establishes India as an economic power but creates more conversation across the world about how India is going to lead the economy in the post-COVID times when the world steps out of the pandemic. Thank you so much. This is Aman Sharma from CNN News 18. Join us more for such explainers on news18.com.